Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is Swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Now, today is International Plastic Bag Free Day, so also that ties in nicely with the conversation we're going to be having this morning on the show. It's very important. These are conversations that actually go across to every single person, and the fact that we need to pay close attention to how we actually use, patronize, innovate plastic, both waste and its present day use. Very important. But before we even jump into the convo, and I've got Elvis in the studio, it's also important to understand that Silverbird Cinemas has got very exciting stuff for you as well. Still showing Across the Spider-Verse, The Flash, Transformers, that's Rise of the Beast if you haven't seen it. Barbie, Mission Impossible, these are all great movies, plus Hollywood, Nollywood, and Bollywood movies, all showing inside Ghana's #1 cinema franchise. And of course, you can also complement that with some popcorn, like they say, it's Ghana's #1 popcorn. Well, you can go and find out for yourself. Go and have a taste. Well, it's the best time of the year to create and share memories with the ones you love at the West Hills Mall or Accra Mall, where both branches are located. Silverbird Ghana on all social media platforms. You want to find out more information, or go onto their website at silverbirdcinemas.com/West Hills or /Accra. Like they say, it's all about entertainment. Now, like I keep saying, that if you watch us, we like to smile here a lot. Not because we are just happy, but because we are confident. And what's giving us that confidence? It is Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. Like they say, it gives you maximum cavity protection and 10 times stronger teeth. Now, you need to brush your teeth morning and evening with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter every day. Okay, now 25 years in educating you or giving you the reason to brush your teeth day and night, because it is fortified with pro-fluoride and microcalcium ingredients that seals tiny and invincible holes in your teeth. You can't see it, but Cavity Fighter sees it, okay? It prevents cavities and keeps your teeth strong and mouth healthy. All right, so then it's time for you to also discover a world of innovation and a world of luxury and a world many of you dream of owning. That world is the world of Bang & Olufsen. You should walk into their showroom. It's on the Atlantic. It's in the Atlantic Tower, ground floor, Liberation Road. That is, if I can be more specific, from 37 to the Accra Mall. You find it on there. It's very easy to find it, to be on your right based on where you're headed to. Where each passing day, month, and year, a variety of drool-worthy new electronic gadgets ranging from exquisite home theaters, speakers, headphones, TV sets, and soundbar products are released. Bang & Olufsen, like no one else. Good morning, Elvis.
Good morning.
How you doing, boss?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I was expecting you to be in a trashy bag shirt.
Yeah,
that would have been nice.
Sometimes we do. We have fashion shows with costumes made out of recycled material.
Then the next thing is I was expecting you to bring me trashy bag products.
Right.
So I can put my laptop in there.
Yes.
I can put my snack in there.
In fact, we have loads of them here.
Yeah, so exactly. So we'll be showing you some of these products very, very soon. But let's get into a much bigger conversation about, the awareness of this month. Yeah. What I want to understand is what drove the innovation into using plastic waste, rubbers, sachet water rubbers, to produce bags.
Thank you for hosting me in your studio.
Welcome, my brother.
Yes. We all know now the plastic problem situation is nothing new to any of us anymore. On a daily basis, we see everywhere on the environment that it's going into a very, very big problem that if measures are not taken, it's already getting out of hand. You look in the ocean, marine life seriously threatened, and a whole lot of pollution, especially in our cities. So Trashy Bags was born out of the need to look at creatively what can we do with the plastics that we find. If we are not recycling them, it's a problem, but what do we do? So it's Trashy Bags is a social enterprise that is innovatively using discarded plastic and other material to creatively make bags and products in a way that rescues them from the environment into actually transforming them into very nice eco-friendly products and bags.
Let me jump to almost the end, or you want to come in with something? What has been the success story of this initiative? Getting in there, and then I want to understand some of the hurdles that might likely come your way with such an innovation.
Yes, if you look back 15 years ago when we started.
15?
15
Ooh,
years.
wow,
yeah.
that's
a long time.
Yes, the interesting thing is that just even around the surrounding, the first factory where we were, we saw plastic just immediately around everywhere. But
availability of natural resources. Yes, in abundance.
Yes, and we realized that one of the problems was that there's no value for the material, means people will not readily collect them. But as soon as they realized that we're operational and then we're buying the plastics, there's value for the material. We saw that people around were collecting the material, and it was just growing viral to other communities and then also to other regions. And so the first success story was that, one, we're achieving the aim of collecting plastics, saving pollution situations, and then making them into bags. And then again, also, the other aspect is also because of the employment that it generates for the people who collect the products, and then also our workers working on daily basis, and then people who connect with us in that arena.
What about the challenges that or risks to the business? If I just because it might sound like just collecting, the trash or the bags or the wrappers, and yes, that's it, easy does it. But what is the risk to the business?
Achieving our mission is trying to recycle as much as we can, and that has been challenging because we realize that also the awareness is still very minimal. And once people are not aware, they will indiscriminately throw plastic everywhere. So because of that, we had to switch also to another angle, that not just making bags, but showcasing products that will tell a story, try to change mindsets. And so because of that, we expanded to having these school children engage what we call the eco schools, communicating and then collaborating with other companies like dealing in that arena. So the kind of things that we did in that area was to try to actually involve so many schools as we can, nurture the young ones, groom them to grow with the habit of recycling. That when it becomes part of the school curriculum, when they out of creativity, they also make different kinds of stuff. And then also going back to their communities to help, because we realize that just as an individual company, you won't get that far if we didn't have to do this kind of collaboration. So
I want to ask Candy a question. On a third-party visitor, you go in there. What hit you?
My mind was blown.
Okay.
Like I had never heard of trashy bags before, so I was already kind of like, what am I walking into? But we didn't show it in the video, but there was a quilt that was made out of the sachet bags. And it's 2 layers, just correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
It's 2 layers of the sachet bags, and they have the team that sews them together. 600 bags makes that one quilt, right? And then on top of it, they use recycled fabrics and put it on top of it. And it's able to be closed in a way and tied in a way to like make it like a carry-on sleeping bag type of thing. So that was just amazing to me that trash, I mean, that's what the sachets are, once you're done with it, are able to be used for like someone that's homeless as a blanket. And that's really what came to my mind. That's why I was asking about who uses these blankets, because there's a lot of people that are out here on the streets, and that's an easy way to go ahead and give back to the community as well. So I was just blown away.
So, I mean, we're going to get into the factory line and understand the production line and how this works. You can keep the trade secrets, of course, which also brings you to another conversation about are there competitor brands on the market, maybe not necessarily mentioning, but on the market that, are also into the same business of converting or recycling?
Yes, we do have others, but they recycle in different ways, not exactly the way we recycle. Some actually melt the material to make pellets and other stuff. Some do artistic things with recycled plastic and recycled material. But we particularly, that's the other thing about the products that we make. The products still carry the story because they are not transformed. They are in such a condition that you can still see that this is where it's coming from and this is what it's been made into. And so there are other people, and it's good that way. Because the problem is so colossal that you can't win alone. So we're happy to have all these people doing in diverse ways, dealing with the problem, and the collaboration is key if we have to resolve this problem.
What is your primary material?
The primary one is the water sachet.
Okay, now, do some of the brands or owners of these sachet brands have conversations with you regarding what it's being used for? Because maybe I have a certain J. Foley water, and I see J. Foley water now is on a bag.
Yes.
Do these brands have such conversations with you on its
At
use?
various times, yes. What they do is that also we have situations where companies may have different kinds of material, not just the water sachet, but they are engaged in other production works and equally have waste material. So they collaborate with us, looking at what needs doing with those material in different ways.
No complaints about what you are using my product for?
Yeah.
Not at all. They are happy to see that their product is back from them probably going to the landfill side, or dustbin that's still going to the landfill side,
Obviously.
or into
You're
the
right.
ocean. So once they know that it's being recycled or upcycled into brilliant products like that, they love the idea. And then the other positive side is that it re-advertises their brand names in a way. Yes. So they love to see the products being made out of their waste material.
Okay. Kanye, you wanted to say something?
I think that is a point that I didn't even think about, because I was just thinking about now that you mentioned it, like, what would the company have to say with you not getting their permission for using their product to create another product, you know? So that was a good question. I like
Yeah. Okay. So now let's go into this production line. What is created from trashy bags? I know we said bags, but what kind of bags are we looking at?
We have different, it's a whole range of varieties. Actually, we went over 360 different products and different variations. So we have basically the smallest ones will be the pencil cases in different kinds of material. Like apart from the water sachet, we also recycle the products out of recycled off-cut pieces of fabric. We recycle billboards, the advertising billboards and banners, we recycle them as well. So we make them into products like pencil cases, wallets, purses, ladies' bags, different kinds of ladies' bags. Dresses, computer bags, tablet sleeves, and then a whole range. And then apart from that, we make specials too. We've made like guitar bags in the past, shower curtains, and then the quilt that you saw, the picnic blanket. Yeah, so a whole range of products. One is the material lends itself to what we're doing.
Well, how do people relate to the fact that they know this is trash and it's now a bag?
Yes.
What are people's perception of the products?
They love that because one of the struggles that we had in the past was everyone was saying, yeah, we all know that there's a problem with this, but what do we do? So for them to see that innovatively plastic can be transformed into these wonderful products. People love the product locally and also internationally. School children, that's why the school backpack, we're using it as a campaign tool. The school children they would love to carry the bag home, and it's a reminder to educate others back at home and then in school, changing the situation.
So
okay, Candid.
I think I want to mention, I don't know if we can bring out the pieces now, but
Oh yeah, we'll be coming to that.
I think that what I've noticed after, exploring into trashy bags, I don't think that the Ghanaian people are going to buy the ones that are just the sachets, like that don't have any of the pieces. What I've heard is that they look at it as trash, right? Yeah. So they prefer the ones that have the fabric that is actually covering it. But me personally, I like the sachet. Like I like the product that's made out of just the sachets, because if I'm taking it to the States, I feel like I'm taking something that is authentic to Ghana, right?
Yeah.
If I go to the States and I have a book bag, people are going to ask questions like, what is this? Yeah. If it's covered with the fabric, they're not going to ask me no questions. They know I've been somewhere, but they want to know more of the story if I'm actually holding like the sachet bag, so.
Well, quite interesting. So, I mean, we'll be pulling out the cat out of the bag in a bit to see some of these products that we've showed on the screen. But it's quite interesting. I mean, for me, it's the smart innovation here is actually going in for something that is abundant, and of course, a lot of us haven't seen value for it. So to identify value for it, number one, you have it in abundance. It will always be there. Sachet water would always be there. I don't think it's going to be changed anytime soon until government bans it. But of course, it's going to be there. But we'll also talk about that, about government intervention. If you've had any intervention from any state-owned enterprise into your space, we'll come to that. But let's go into the production value chain first. Now, these are rubbers that are probably in the worst of places. In gutters.
Yes.
It's how do you collect them?
Yeah.
And do you have specific things to look out for before you pick them?
We had from the very beginning when we started, we realized that most of them were in a very deplorable state.
Very.
Yes. And then also because we knew there were others that were recycling them in a different way, like melting them into the granules. It didn't matter to those people. But for us, we couldn't recycle those. But as time went on, people got to know that we needed these for this purpose and we needed them in good condition. And the fact that there was at that time value for the material, it won't even hit the ground. It won't go to the dumping site before it comes back. People readily collect them at home. Some collect them within canteens, in schools, universities, and other places. So they come in neat. But because we, as part of our quality control, every single thing that comes in, we still have to go through the stages and processes of washing, cleaning, sanitizing before we use them to make the products. So all our products are perfectly clean. Also because we have, it's not just in Ghana here, but they are virtually in the whole world. We've exported to virtually the whole world. Ghana's waste.
Can you reinforce because that's a conversation on trust, that people know how, what some of these sachets go through, where it is used, and might be a bit skeptical about how it's being cleaned before they are converted into or recycled. Can you reinforce that statement that would build trust in people to understand that this has been thoroughly cleaned?
Yeah, we are very transparent, and apart from just talking to you, we demonstrate that people who, when they come to visit our factory, they also get to see all the processes, how we cut them open, not taking chances. When there's always a little hole when people drink from particularly the sachet. So we cut each and every one of them open, wash the inside and then outside. First stage with liquid soap, we wash the second stage with disinfectant, and then the third stage. And even that after drying, when they are ready, preparing them for the first process of sewing, they will still have to check and do some sorting. So if there's anything that's skipped in there that needs rewashing again, or it will be transferred to other companies for different methods of recycling, we do that. So we don't have any bad record of people saying that we got it bad from you and it's dirty. No, all over the world, we've had record of people using our products in Europe, the United States, in Ghana, here, other places. In fact, we had a record early this year of someone who is still using our wallet since 2009 that he bought it in Ghana here.
Okay, I'm going to come to the quality of the products as well. In the video we saw earlier on, I just saw quite a number of kilos of bags of heaps of rubbers. How much are you collecting in on, and what's the rate of collection? I don't know if that's a way to put it.
Yeah, so the reason that we want everyone to be able to be involved in terms of collecting this material and saving the situation where we have them on the environment everywhere. So we don't have particular people collecting them. Anyone can collect. People from all walks of life can collect them and then bring to us. And then we pay 2 cedis per every kilo. So whatever quantities that you bring in, we put on the scale and we establish the weights, and then we are able to pay. So we have people who collect just within household, sometimes 10, 20 kilograms. Some have made it a full-time job. They collect over 1,000 kilograms, and then they can bring that in, and then we pay them.
Wow. Okay.
Can I ask a question about you guys? Well, you mentioned using billboards to create products for businesses, right?
Yes.
So the collaboration that you guys did with Guinness, did they come to you guys, or did you guys reach out to them to say, hey, we can do this for you using your billboards? How did that collaboration come about?
Normally, it happens in either way, because what the situation is that sometimes they see us do other stuff for other companies, and then they want to replicate. And then sometimes too also when they find us, they know that we are into recycling, and then they have a material, so they seek our ideas. What can we do with this kind of material? And that's what happened there with Guinness Ghana. When we started, we're looking at the category of materials that they had, and then we looked at those beautiful banners and billboards, and we said, wow, we can certainly make products. So to start with, they said, yes, we have lots and lots of these banners, close to 500 of them. Can you take this and then make 650 tote bags for us? And that's what you saw when you came to the factory the other day. And so others will see that and want to replicate the same thing in a different way.
Okay, so I'm very curious now. Now I see my phone is writing the things I'm asking. Interesting. Technology. They're listening to us.
Listening.
AI, so I'm getting very worried. So I can literally put a sachet wrapper in my mouth and rip it apart easily.
Yeah.
How is this the same quality strength that is with the finished product, the bags? I know everything can be destroyed. Yes, everything can be destroyed. But
yes.
I mean, how strong are these products?
Yeah, like you said, everything will eventually have a lifespan. But the bags that we make are really very strong. We've tested them over time. You know, the water sachet is already 2 layers. Some of them we have to line them, we make them like 2 layers. Some also we use like 3 different category of a recycled material. So we can have the water sachet and have a billboard lining in, and then also fabric on the outer. So you will see the bag and you just think it's just one material. It's 3 different materials, or 2 different materials. You saw the quilt. That's basically like 3 layers, 2 water sachet layers, and then we have the fabric layer on top. And you look at the smart bag, that shopping bag that you saw. It's a single layer, but it's able to carry up to 20 kilos. We tested that, putting metal in and hanging them over a period of time. And we checked the quality also. So we saw where the failing was within the handles. And then we reinforced that, and we don't have that kind of situation where people just buy something that is broken immediately.
This will be interesting to us, but I mean, I might also just go ahead and put it out here that which products do you see more coming in?
The sachets?
The sachets. Which one do you see coming in more?
Yeah, I think
because I'm looking at the bags on here now, and quite a number. Are you just for the purposes of maybe re-advertising, do you intentionally mix what you see there to give designs, or maybe I have a special ice backpack?
Yeah, it's aesthetics. So we are. That's why we say that we do make upcycle products. So aesthetic is also key. So the fact that we're making recycled products, they just don't have to look in how they have to be beautiful. They have to be appealing to people. So with the off-cut pieces of fabric, we have to repattern them in such a way that you have a different color variations and appealing colors. And with the water sachet, we deliberately combine all the brand names.
Don't combine them.
Yeah, so that is to inform us all that we are part of generating this problem, doing a good thing by bagging water, and then people drink from that. Brilliant. But what happens after that? So you will see on the bag, one bag alone, the small bag is about 70 of these water sachet. And then you look at it and you see that about 70 different company logos are on that. And that is telling us that, yes, somehow, indirectly, we are all part of the problem also. So
is it deliberate to keep some of the brand names still on the back for people to know that that's what it came out from, or there are bags that you probably recoat or cover these logos, but it's still trash?
Yes, particularly with the billboards, it's very deliberate. If you look at what we did for Diageo Guinness Ghana, it's actually a way of re-advertising their brand names. So you see this and you know that this came from an event for making Guinness or Star or Heineken or Johnny Walker. So that was very much deliberate, and they love that. So that when these bags are given out, the people, the workers, and then their teams will know that, yes, we have to do something to recycle our waste.
So throwing more light on partnerships, what are some of the partnerships that have come your way, in 15 years?
We've had individuals, we have people also from the academia who want to normally do studies in relation to what we are doing, recycled products, environmentally related programs. Locally here also, in the past we had the British High Commission still doing a partnership with us at various times. The last one was when we did a beach cleanup with the British High Commission. And that's always been a good story when we have people coming back to us like that. We had the Australian High Commission, the French Embassy. At a point in time, the three of them came together and then sponsored for us to make several thousands of the smart bags. And the idea is that under the Smart Ghana initiative, we had them in all the malls in Accra, and they were subsidized. So basically, they were supposed to give them out for just 3 CDC, so people they were accessible to people, and everyone can have a reusable shopping bag. So we've had collaborations with people like that, and it's still ongoing. And like Diageo, also Nestle Ghana is getting on board. We've made some samples, prototypes with their material, Milo material, Nestle and Nescafe, and then all kinds of products. Unilever as well, and so we have collaborations with the
Okay, so someone is asking a very interesting question with regards to the collections. Is there any particular, because when I bring it in big bags, do you have to go through to check before you weigh it, or is it that once I bring it in the bags in that heap you weigh it and that's fine?
What we do is we check, because with some of them it's not just a one-off, because they want to continue to supply us. But if they don't know the category of material that we use, they are likely to bring the same kind of material that we don't recycle.
Okay.
So normally we go through with them. We don't go through the individual, but I mean, you look through and you see that this is the kind of material. It's water sachet, and then the people get to know. And so we can advise them that when you're doing the collection, you can sort this particular category of plastic that we can use, and then the other ones, like the PET bottles, we don't recycle. We can direct you to other people, or we can link you up, and then those people will readily come to you and then collect them.
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask, because I was wondering if people were making money, or a random person who obviously sees the work you're doing with plastics, excuse me, would want to be able to make some money from delivering or providing these. Obviously, I'm sure you have your people doing the collection, but if, for example, someone is listening to us on radio or watching us on TV right now, and they know that their area is plagued with a lot of plastics, right? Yeah. Can they mobilize people to put together the plastic and then have you guys come pick it up, instead of having to wait for the rubbish collectors like Zoom Lion? Obviously we don't know where Zoom Lion is taking. We know they have the
compost plant.
But clearly we want to see these plastics being reused in other things, right?
Yes.
So is there some kind of maybe a membership, something, like a portal that allows people to sign up and then be producers of these things and then make some cash on the side? I think that is the only way we can rally citizens, to be plastic conscious, right? So if I know that, okay, I'm going to submit this amount of plastic to earn maybe 50 cedis, I'll do it, right? Because it's money in my pocket. But I have not been able to see the value in keeping my plastic, or throwing my plastic away. So what is Trashy Bags doing in a way to sensitize the citizen to also help meet your goal?
Yes. The sensitization is still going on a daily basis. And the other thing is that we've also found out that there are some people that are not accessible. They are a bit far away from us. But we have those who are doing the collection as a permanent job. So they go all the way to Eastern region and then other parts of the other regions so to collect and
on their own.
On their own.
Right.
Wow.
But then so we liaise with them. When we have a customer who is probably in a certain location that we can reach them, we liaise with our people who go that far to collect, and then they go get it from the people and then supply us and take what we don't recycle to the other companies.
Okay.
So it's very important that on daily basis, the story, like what you are doing here in the studio here, people get to hear about it. They know that anyone at all can bring their plastic.
Because I'm told it's becoming, it's one of the untold or unsung booming businesses. Yeah. Those who actually collect plastics and distribute them to either decomposed plants or stations or people like you who remake, So you I don't know, Jay, if you've noticed in some of the areas, especially in East Legon or even at Eastern Port, you see a bunch of, put together plastics in a huge, it's sitting outside, right? Because they're waiting for someone to come collect it. Sometimes they also put together bottles You know, and I'm told this is a business, or it's like a boom business that young entrepreneurs can actually go into.
Yes.
And whilst they are solving the plastic issue, they are also making some good money on the side. I'm just not too sure if, you know, the education and the sensitization has been loud enough for people to because I feel like it's still coming back to those in the elite communities, because they are more exposed to the education, and they are using to the best of their knowledge. But I'm sure there's someone in Jamestown who
Plenty
is
plastic around. Right,
You
right.
get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how are you working with the government? You know, to help drive this agenda.
Yeah, with the government is minimal, and then also we are not we're non-political.
Yeah, definitely.
Certainly, yes. But we at various times also when we have like programs. With the government, we are invited to participate in the programs, particularly when they are relating to environmental issues. Yeah, so that is where we, and then with this eco schools, building the plastic-free schools, we are in collaboration with Center for Sustainable Training, CEST. So, and they are actually also collaborating with the Ministry of Education and Science and Technology. So when sometimes we collaborate with the government through other institutions also, but most of the time when they have programs relating to environmental
So that means
issues.
we have to wait for the government to have a program. So there's not like maybe a sustainable year plan where, you know, stakeholders like yourself are engaged, you know, to help reduce the plastic, you know, pandemic, if not an epidemic. You know, I don't know if that is enough for you, where you have to wait for a government program.
We don't because we realize that you won't get that far if you allow it. So we have actually stakeholders. We have the program of action plan, PAP, where we meet at various times, looking at the innovations and then different groups that are into the arena of recycling. So at various times we meet, look at creativity, material-wise, look at initiatives, and then how working together we can all support one another growing up.
Okay, so time for us to bring the cat out of the bag now, and we'd like to see some of the products that you brought in here. As well, if you can show us some of what's here, so that the viewers can see it. For those who are listening on Plus 89.9 FM, we have in studio Elvis. He's factory manager from Trashy Bags. This month is our plastic-free month, so we are delving hard into conversations on the use of plastic and how we can recycle plastic as well, and not just turn it into waste. You're seeing on screen, for those who are watching us on 3 Music here, you can put it on the table. It's fine. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Our cameras are plastic cameras. That's very yes. So tell us what you have on the table now.
Yeah, so we have the school in the backpack. So in this one, we get a sponsorship at various times. We put in the whole content, like geometric set, exercise books, rulers, and then they are donated to school children. We've done distributions in different parts of Ghana, the northern, central, and then
Can I have a feel of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to feel it. Let's talk pricing. What does it cost to produce something like this?
Because they're all handmade.
Yep.
That's why the cost is not as probably you will find some cheap Chinese good in the market, and that's one of the challenges we have. So with the school bag, what we do is that when we get sponsorship, and then we give them to the school children for free.
With the school bags, it's free for the kids.
Yes, but we have people at various times sponsoring, say like 200 bags, 500 bags to give out to school kids, and then we put in the content.
I'm hoping that you have a smart bag.
Yes,
Do you have a smart bag?
that is a smart bag.
He's about to. We'll let him do that.
Yeah, I actually want to ask you
thank you
about
very
that with the smart bags.
Yeah, so these are the smart bags, right?
Yes.
So earlier this morning on our morning bite, we were talking about reusable bags not being an option to be purchased at the grocery store.
Right.
Right. So today is, what's it called? International Plastic Bag Free Day.
Plastic-free bag.
Plastic-free bag day. So I was thinking about these usable bags that you're actually able to, go and come with every time you go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So have you guys ever tried to partner with like ShopRite or like maybe China Mall to have your products in store?
Yes. At the point in time, what we did was a project we called the Smart Ghana Initiative. And so we had all this support from the 3 embassies, the French embassy, the Australian High Commission, the British High Commission. So we in the mall, so the idea is that a lot of people go shopping, they don't have a reusable shopping bag, particularly the black polythene. They collect all the time and then they say single use, they drop it in the bin and that's it.
Okay.
So, but whereas when you have a reusable shopping bag like this, you go shopping, you can open it.
And you said 20 kilos.
Yes, conveniently in
Yeah.
that.
That's how it looks like in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is what I was saying, that this would be good
yeah.
at ShopRite to sell right there instead of getting the plastic bags.
Yeah.
Because then you could just close it back up, put it in your purse.
Right. I actually thought it was like
purse.
I thought it was a purse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's designed
Yeah.
that way because people have excuses that I'm not ready to shop, so I don't want to be carrying a big bag.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
this
okay.
one.
I want to do some. Oh, so
Yeah.
these are the bags. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yes.
so viewers,
That's a smart
this is the
bag.
bag.
Yeah.
What it is that it's actually you can actually fold it and zip it nicely that way, and then now it opens up into a whole. It opens up into a whole bag. Okay, great for shopping. It's ideal for shopping, as you can see. Let me just.
Yeah.
Ideal for shopping. It's
20
strong
kilos.
enough. Yeah,
That's-
quality, strong enough. Now, so I was asking a question about costing or pricing. How much would this go for example?
This is 80 CDs.
80 cedis for the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
We've had people using this for more than 2 years. So if you compare to the single-use plastic that we collect on daily basis.
Exactly. I see quite a number of different products that have been mixed up nicely here. So not one person is enjoying any particular free branding and say that it's coming out from this
Yeah.
or that company.
I'm actually
in there.
interested about
The smart bag.
the design.
Oh.
Is it intentional? I know you talked about the placement of the product, but the design itself, how the coordination is done, the alignment and everything. Like, do you have like a team that's responsible for all that, or is it just bam, let's put together a bag?
No, we have a team. We have our chief designer,
Okay.
Sly Champon. So what we do is that at various times we look at what kind of designs are trendy.
Okay.
And then what we can make using recycled material.
Okay.
And sometimes we have some partners and others, individuals that want us to make something unique for them.
Right.
So we decide the design, work with them, and then they see what is workable.
Okay, so I'm watching now. So this is a bag. This is a backpack, as you can see on the screen. This is a backpack, nicely designed. It's got a side packs like you see in the regular bags as well in the snapbacks. It's got great interior. Looks like it's been reinforced in the inside, so you can use it. The back has got a nice blue coat, lining here as well. Feels very good. I like it, and the straps as well are all plastic, reinforced with, of course, with the whatever they call
strap,
it,
the
the
nylon
straps.
strap,
Yes, and then also here. Okay, Olele, let me let you do that one.
Yeah, so I also have, this was supposed to be a African fabric or Ghanaian fabric bag.
Yes, recycled,
But-
yes, of
recycled
course.
bag. Inside is, plastic, used for the interior.
Yes.
Just so you can feel the comfort in there. So on the outside, still, promoting made in Ghana, products.
Exactly.
But inside, it's made in Ghana pure water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And adding that to that, there's still a billboard inside. Instead of using stiff, the stiffener. Yes.
Right. Yes. There you go. So
Olele,
this is
another
really,
thing
really
that
good.
I just caught my attention is the fact that I'm looking at the edges of the sachet water, and you can't seem to find the part where it's being torn,
Yeah,
or ripped apart. That tells me about the point you were raising earlier on about the kind of rubbish you're collecting. Not completely destroyed by the user, because I'm finding it even hard to see if I'll find any part that has got a ripped edge. It's like it's been tucked in nicely.
Yeah.
The finishing
Yeah.
is dope.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
And you said this can last for how many years?
I was just talking of even the single layer.
Right.
We've had record of people using that the shopping bag for more than 2 to 3 years. But I mentioned to you that there's someone who got back to us having our wallet
2009.
since 2009 and
that's
still
dope.
having it till date.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Wow.
I really wish y'all could see the quilt. Okay, y'all are blown away about this.
He should have insisting he's coming and buy a new one from you.
Yeah, the person is in the United States.
He should
so
let us send
we
another one.
actually made. That's what they wanted 2 this time. So, yeah, because
The
of
last
distance.
one's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, apart from Ghana, what would you say is your strongest market? I know you say you've exported some of these things abroad, but where is that place that, sometimes it blows your mind that requests and orders are still, apart from Ghana, obviously?
It's Europe, different parts of Europe, and then the US.
Okay.
And the reason also being that the people do understand the environmental issues on the high profile level. They know the hazards, the problems, and then all that. So we have lots of people from the UK, the Netherlands. The last, not long ago, we sent some of the quilts, the picnic blankets to Zurich, Switzerland. Yeah, to one of our partners. So we have people there who are really environmentally conscious.
The picnic blankets is being shared in our group. We'll have a production team put up on the screen for people to see the blankets.
I'm interested to find out if they've done any fashion runways. Have you done any fashion runways with any of the designers, Because I'm looking at how maybe like what you may call it, a Pharrell or maybe a Louis Vuitton, because we've seen our Ghana Must Go bag.
You're right.
Reused and remade into some fashion. I don't know if you've had such offers for trashy bags to be done or to be worn on a runway.
At various times we do. He saw
I was gonna say I saw Pepsodent. They use like the Pepsodent. I don't know if it was the wrappers or what it was, but they have the Pepsodent bag. They actually have a green hub in Laboni.
When you say the Pepsodent, that's in the toothpaste.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean the tube or the box.
The foils.
The plastic.
The plastics.
The tubing.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
and even like I saw the detergent, like the laundry detergent bags. They also have bags in the hub that were made as well.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I see.
Milo
Wow.
and
Okay.
all,
Okay. We're in good hands.
It's very
Good
business.
hands,
This is. I was going to ask also about the time, the production cycle to get, and how many bags are you churning out? How many products are you churning out within what period?
It very much depends on the type of product. We have a very small products like purses and wallets, and then purses, pencil cases and wallets. Those we can make about 200 a day. We have some that are bigger products that we can make about 50 to 100 a day. And what we've done in the past, we used to have one person make everything to completion, but now we did the production line is such that it's split into minimal pieces that everyone can make a part of it, and then eventually one person puts all that together.
Okay, all right. We're trying to actually get the carpets, back on the screen as we're watching. But this is very exciting, and I mean, this innovation, honestly, is brilliant. We wish we even have more people jump into this business to be able to create more jobs for people, reduce the amount of waste, rubber waste that we have, floating on our gutters and rubbish dumps. And I think this. Through this, people would even have more innovations and more ideas and things to come up with. I mean, who knows? Like you said, so there on the screen, that's the picnic, I believe, right? The picnic blankets. Yes. I mean,
600 sachets.
And 600. And the funny thing, this is also be ideal for kids who we in their bed.
Oh, yes. We talked about it. Yes.
No. I want to ask you something. In 2019, there was a report that suggested that the government wasn't looking to ban plastics. In other countries, in African countries, there are existing ban on plastics.
And that is business.
Yes, that's also contributed to making sure that people like you survive and thrive. Right now, the reason they stated was because the country's growing dependency on plastic products was the reason why they could not place a ban on plastics. This is 2019. If you look at where we are right now, 2023, as someone who's a champion in this cause, do you think the government should take a second look at it? If not ban, but maybe look at a way of banning it.
The whole thing is, we have, in terms of the categories of plastics, it's just outrageous quantities and
1.1 million tons
so,
coming to the country
some
every
of them,
year.
particularly the single-use plastics, The advocacy is that, in the past, we used to have one particular, plastic or one something, you reuse it for a long period of time.
Yeah.
But now we've just jumped into the age of opulence, get it, throw it away, go get another one. So the single-use plastics are the ones that probably there should be some consideration of probably those that we can't, they're adding up. And then the worst is if they are not recyclable. That is where the problem is. Whereas with these ones that are recyclable, they can always be made into different kinds of products, and like you're saying, creating jobs. And once we get to a situation where we don't have them haphazardly everywhere, then we're saving the environment from that, then it's fine. There will always be waste on the environment, but then the quantities is what is scaring.
Yeah, I mean, the country still has one of the lowest recycling, plastic recycling rates, 0.1%, which is not, which is not. I think if not for the private sector like what you are doing, we probably wouldn't be seeing some of these things. I think maybe they won't take the opportunity to make it better. But you're saying so.
Yeah, the bin, that's the interesting thing with the dustbin, people do a good thing. When they collect, they don't throw away, and they collect and put inside the bin.
Right.
But then there's another story. Where does the bin go?
Where does the bin go?
If there's no source separation, they take it to the landfill side, and you have plastics, everything in there.
Right.
But if you want to test the bin at any point in time, and then you empty it, you see there's plastics that we can recycle, other companies can recycle. You see in there you have organic material that can be recycled into compost, broken bottles. We have all the beautiful beads that we make in Krobo, Dumasi, and then other places. They are made out of recycled broken bottles. So at the end of the day, the bin is zero if we do the separation and the local industries recycling those.
Always, the problem is so big that it won't fit into 1 hour. So we'll do what we can do and leave our conversations here this morning. But it's been great talking to you, and thanks. We are super proud of your innovation, you and the team. Wishing you all the best in this endeavor. And for us as well, we are glad to have put a spotlight on you this morning. And we're very sure that people out there have also seen the great works you're doing. And I'm very sure one way or the other, our little contribution should also add on to the numbers that you have as we speak. So congratulations, and starting us off on our plastic-free month. Kenneth, you wanna chip in something?
I think she just. So we're going to be giving away some of these fantastic products.
Okay.
So do well to follow our social media handles, and we'll put out just a quick trivia.
I'm taking one because the thing is that and personally for me, what I'm going to do is our time is up. But what I'm going to do henceforth is I'm already lining my bin with rubber so that I can nicely seal it, for disposing. But I think what I'm going to add on to is now separate bottle and sachet waste, just for contribution. Thank you very much.
Just a quick one, Nita. Just a quick one. There are Boboya rubbish collectors, right?
Yes.
Where do they take these ones to? Because I know for Zoom Lion, they take it to the decompost plant, but these days they don't really come to the residential areas anymore. Or even in these non-residential areas, you have like Abubuya with the tricycles.
Yes.
They come and carry. They don't have time to be separating the plastics, right?
No, that has been a problem in the past. The dumping site used to be around at the Achimota area.
Right.
It got to some time that place was no longer. It was getting uninhabitable anymore. So they moved it beyond Tema. So because of most of them, when they collected from the households, because of distance, they would just go halfway along the motorway and then they dump it there. So it was they defeated the purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
Just find another landfill.
Yeah. So and that's why now with the scrap dealers, that's helping. They go around, buy all kinds of recycled scrap, and then so it reduces the amount of household waste that we have at the moment.
All right, Elvis, thank you so very much. Elvis is factory manager from Trashy Bags. Thank you so very much. Candidate, thumbs up to you as well for making this happen. We're truly grateful, and we're hoping to see. We'll definitely pay another visit end of month. And for you out as well, check out our socials. You're winning some cool Trashy Bag products right from 3 Music as well. And on that note, our time is up. Have a great week. It's just Monday, Money Making Monday. Go out there, make some money, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.